Okay, finally, there is a wide celebration in the southeastern part of Nigeria because the Knesset parliament in Israel, they are known to be Knesset parliament. There is a parliament in Israel, are finally discussing what the diplomatic mission on how to finally recognize Biafra. You know, there's a big celebration, and you know, a lot of people are reacting as regards this on social media. They said finally Biafra is going home, and there's nothing that the Nigerian government will do about this because Israel now and Netanyahu and the Knesset parliament are saying it's time for Biafra freedom. What's your take as a
recognition of Biafra's United States of Biafra by Knesset, parliament, which means lawmakers, lawmaking body in Israel is called Knesset. I just want to explain to my viewers to understand where I am going. I don't understand. In America, the congressmen are the lawmakers in America. In Israel, the Knesset parliament are the lawmakers in Israel. And the Israeli security operatives is called Mossad. I want our viewers to understand where I'm going. They have given Biafra recognition certificates. They made it global. On a global framework, it is now actually understood that Israel lawmaking body has accepted Biafra recognition. Biafra emancipation is what has been putting Benjamin Netanyahu and Bennett, Naftali, the former Israeli president that Netanyahu, let me say, replaced. Now, they have recognized Biafra, meaning state of Biafra is now on their what? Blueprint. Blueprint, meaning part of the policy that Israel is about to implement in recent time. They have recognized Biafra. Now, Gumi is tensed up. Gumi is suffering from heart attack, as well as Sadwano Sokoto, who has gone into hiding as a result of American military operation in Nigeria. Listen, when Israel said yes, and American congressmen said yes, and the British parliament said no, failure, let me say, earth-breaking failure is British government right now. Why? The two major superpower we have in the world are America and Israel. Recognition of Biafra has become their utmost imperative. Wonderful. Utmost imperative in the sense that congressman has recognized Biafra, and the Israeli Knesset lawmaking body in Tel Aviv or Jerusalem has recognized United States of Biafra. This is going to be very, very plain to the entire earth that Biafra is no longer a strange story in Israel, but a widely recognized narrative that Biafra has come. If Israel turns its back on Biafra, it means we have not done anything, gone anywhere. But this time we are moving to the right direction with Benjamin Netanyahu, the Israeli Prime Minister, a dog of war, a man that has actually fought Syria to stand still, fought Iran and crippled Iranian Islamic state to full stop. But right now they are promoting Biafra. Courtesy what Donald Trump administration in the United States of America has achieved so far for Igbo man. Igbo man, being a Jew, is what has actually given us this kind of wonderful global recognition by Jerusalem, Tel Aviv, and the entire Israeli making body. Biafra is coming very soon. If you don't like Biafra and you are a Nigerian or a Fulani man or wherever you come from, we don't care. The only thing for you now is go and hit your head on the rock. It is upcoming. It is there. So plain and clear that Biafra is coming without anybody contemplating or militating against that. No factor whatsoever is now militating emergence of Biafra. Everybody has actually been dreaming about Biafra, speaking Biafra, living Biafra, and the entire southeastern Nigeria are rejoicing and celebrating quite in diaspora and in the local land of southeastern region Nigeria because of what Benjamin Netanyahu and all the lawmakers in Israeli House of Knesset are doing right now. We have come of a very long way. That is an achievement put down by our great leader, the leader of the largest agitation group in the world, I mean Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, whose issue has been discussed today at Abuja by all the kings in the southern Nigeria, especially the Igbes, the Ezes, the Ozos, the Idigos, the Oba of Benin, the Ata of Igala. All of them were represented, at Abuja today, bringing down the Council of Traditional Chiefs, which is a superstitious platform brought by Tinubu administration to impose Oni of Ife on all the kings, on all the monarchs, Igbes, Ezes in Igbo land. They said, no, we are Igbos. Our own traditional system is quite different from the Southwest. You are not going to impose your own traditional system on us. Whatever you bring an incentive as an incentive that belongs to the Igbos, bring it to Southeast. Don't give to Uni to give us. We are better. And I want to tell you who actually lectured Tinubu that Oni of Ife is bigger than all the traditional chiefs in Igala land and Igbo land and the Benin land, even Idoma land. Tinubu has failed by trying to subjugate the Igbo's traditional system and imposing Oyo on us. No, that is what all the Igbo Ezes, Igbo Igbes, Igbo Ozos, and all the autonomous, communities in Igbo land with their representatives, being present today in Abuja. We, Nigeria as well, are not discussing about Kanu's coming to court again. They are ordering Tinubu to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu face to face. The king of Ezagu, Enugu State, confronted Tinubu at that auditorium, telling Tinubu, ordering him, not even telling him or appealing. They were giving him order to release him.
You not think Tinubu was saying Tinubu was not taking him serious?
Yeah, Tinubu is taking him serious because,
are you sure? Because
failure to do that, Nigeria will break by force. The reason why Tinubu is taking him serious is that the man has made his own stance clear that Igbos are not going to vote or use Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to play as politics, needed by Bio-Ononuga-led cabals at Aso Rock. They made their stance clear that Tinubu is not going to get any vote failure to allow Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that court set free to go scot-free. Court set him free. The Igbes, that man representing Enugu Ezike, Ezago, Udi, autonomous community, has made it clear to Tinubu that the Igbo chiefs are not collecting 10 kobo. If they are giving them money, they are giving them money that belongs to them. It's not giving Oni of Ife to give them. Yes, chicken change. No. If you are giving us any slot, any financial incentive or compensation, give us direct. Yoruba cannot impose their kingship or chief on us. That's what the man meant. And ordering that Igbowo agitation was more dangerous and heinous
was caught with arms
than what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was doing. But he still released Igbowo. Why shouldn't he release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? That was what the man is saying. There's jubilation, both Igbos in America, all over the world, as this Oba Igbo. Oba in Igbo, I mean king in Igbo, Igbe, has actually stipulated his point so clear and impeccable. And this time around, the Aso Rock is now enjoying such ten-stop quietude and calmness because the people they dreamed will be asking for money has rejected money. Yes, yeah, bordering on what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going through. They said release him. Tinubu released him one-on-one, face-to-face. Tinubu was not represented by anybody. This was face-to-face with Tinubu and all other monarchs in Nigeria that graced that occasion. They were present there when the Igbo kings from all communities in Igbo had made their stance clear. They said this time around, we are going back to Southeast and our youth will actually understand that we represented the Igbos well. We did not collect bribe. The man was making it clear that Igbo youth always, feel so repugnant the way and manner they handle Kanu's issue, accusing them of collecting bribe each and every time they go to Aso Rock. This time is not time of Ghana must go. The man actually rejected Ghana must go bribe. The man actually rejected Tinubu bribe. The man said, Igbowo went free. Kanu, you hold him, and Igbowo committed more heinous and hideous crime than Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The only thing is, release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu into Kenya or London. We care for his freedom. He is our son. He said, sir, release him to Kenya or London. Allow Kanu to go. He has not committed any bloody criminality as bandits, Fulani, herdsmen that are Fulani, ISWAP led Fulani militants, herdsmen, you know, Al-Qaeda, Lakarua, Mamuda, and so on and so forth, and the whole world. The whole Nigeria, the whole Igbo youths were jubilating and applauding for the man across social media platform in Nigeria. The current encroachment by bandits and Fulani herdsmen, even ISWAP, Igbos, Nazin and the Kano, IPOB has no hand on it. Why should we be holding our son? Omo, I applauded the man when I was going through it. This was posted to me from one of my friends, followers in London. And I was like, what was this man saying? When I listened further, I found out that the man was actually soliciting for Igbo nationality. That is Biafra recognition. And let me tell you, it is too obvious now that Tel Aviv and Jerusalem has actually, you know, come out in full strength and dynamism, supporting Biafra actualization. I'm telling you, these Igbo monarchs, they made my day. They've actually surprised the entire Igbo Biafra faithfuls across USA, Asia, Antarctica, Oceania, Australia, Africa, Lagos, and the entire Nigeria. The people that are encroaching on the farmlands, wasting the lives of farmers, wasting the lives of community people, villagers all over Kwara State, Ondo State, have been left, you know, out, while the Igbos are subjected to this kind of heinous and cruel, you know, subjugation. Why? That man from Ezago, a king, is pushing further for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu release, and the emancipation of Biafra has been endorsed by Israeli Knesset, that's it, lawmakers in Israel.
Okay, with that being said now, do you not think with the pressure that the Fulanis are even giving to Tinubu is under severe pressure by these Fulanis to drive back or to make sure that the United States of America, they say, leaves Nigeria. They don't know their mission in Nigeria. They said, is their mission coming to cause war or to divide Nigeria? And now we see what the Knesset are doing. Do you think that the division of Nigeria is inevitable?
Knesset is doing well. Knesset is working hard. American congressmen are the lawmakers in America, and the Knesset parliament in Israel are lawmakers in Israel. The lawmakers in Nigeria are the National House of Assembly. They all have their different names, like the parliamentarians in the Britain. That's what we have in Israel. Knesset. They've actually come to divide Nigeria, not even afraid of anything like war. How many are the Fulanis that they are going to orchestrate war or bloody pogrom in Nigeria? They don't have what it takes. They don't have the population. They don't have the military hardware or support from Europe to cause war in Nigeria. After all, the Igbos are the largest populated tribe in Africa, and the Yoruba administration and the Fulani administration are stemming down the popularity of Igbo nation. Look at the history that has been recently included in our educational curriculum. Igbos are left out in that history. Igbo is not included in our history right now because they want to alienate, you know, the Igbos. They want Igbos to stay away from Nigerian history, and Tinubu has failed for allowing such to happen in our history, you know, curriculum. The Igbos, let me tell you, are the most popular tribe in Nigeria. Let me shock you. If an election is conducted in Lagos State today, it is the Yoruba tribes that come first when you talk about the electorates that actually thumbprints. The following tribe in Lagos State that thumbprinted in Lagos State are the Igbos. If you conduct an election in Kano State, you know, of course, it's highly overpopulated. Hausa man will be the first among the electorates that thumbprint, and the following tribe coming second in any election in Kano State is my tribe, Igbo. If you conduct an election in Meduguri, the first tribe that actually thumbprinted their place, that country, that state are the Kanuris. The second tribe is Igbo. Don't you know that we have gone a long way to actually define our popularity, the most, let me say, populated tribe in Africa? That is how it goes in Sokoto State. If you conduct an election in Sokoto State, after Hausa man followed the Igbos, conduct an election in Ondo State, and the people that thumbprint mostly will be Yorubas. The second tribe there is the Igbos. Go and conduct election in the entire southeastern Nigeria. It is the Igbos that will come first. Who is coming second? Nobody. Yoruba don't travel. Hausas are there. Igbo is the most populated tribe in the world. Let me tell you, election or whatever, like, you know, business-wise convention or, you know, anything, any convener that is, you know, organizing anything like that or that nature in Southern Africa, if you could count the population of people that might attend such convention, South African tribe, that is the Bantu, Abi, Zulus, Swahilis. After, you will find out that Nigerians are the follower, the number second. I don't know what to understand. And if you study the people in Nigeria that may have taken part in such convention, it is the Igbo tribe. Go and do it in Tanzania, go and do it in Angola, Rwanda. After that convention, Angolans first, the second people, the second tribe, the second populated people that may have attended such convention are the Igbos. Go to Namibia, Windhoek, and do anything like election, do anything like convention of that kind of, you know, thing. Let's say election, let's say social gathering. I don't know what to understand. The first people there are the Namibians. The second person, the second people, the second tribe are the Igbos. Why is it that the Igbos are all over the world? Yet, Fulani Yoruba administration in Nigeria will be telling you that the most populated tribe is Fulani, your Hausa, followed by Yoruba. How many are you? How many Yorubas are in the southeastern Nigeria and the Hausas? How many Igbos are in Lagos? We actually outsmart any other tribe in this Lagos. Not even minding the fact that they deny us our PVC. We are still leading everywhere. You see, where these great Igbo monarchs have gotten it right. And Israel, Israeli recognition of Biafra is a big celebration for the Igbo man, a big welcome idea indicating that Biafra has actually emerged at last. Victory at last for all the Biafrans all over the world. It is now ongoing in America that Trump administration had recognized Igbo man. Why? When they feel voucher to vote for America presidential election in 2020, the Igbos feel the voucher and their nationality, they pen down Biafra. Biafra was what they written as their own nationality, and they chalk the whole America that we have the largest number of tribe, African tribe in America, and the name of that tribe is Igbos. We are overpopulated. It is due to the fact that they are cheating us in politics in Nigeria. That's why they still believe that the Igbos are not as many as the Hausas. Who are the Hausas and how many are the Hausas? Igbo outnumbers all of them. I'm not even going to the axis of the Yorubas because they know that we are great people promoting and building their economy in the Southwest. Yet, they could not even appreciate. Tinubu has played politics thinking he will use Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's freedom to stamp down Biafra popularity in the southeastern Nigeria. The whole youths have actually stood up, abhorring, turning their back on City Boy campaign. City Boys as a platform or podium politically has gone down because Igbo boys, Igbo men, Igbo youths are waiting for Cubana, Emeka Okonkwo, that's E-Money, Zenko, T-Billion to start their City Boy, you know, convention. They have failed. The Igbo youths have vowed that they will never allow it to thrive. They will never allow it to succeed in Igbo land.
So it will not work.
It will not work. The whole Igbo youths have stood up against Cubana. Cubana City Boy in conjunction with Sheyi Tinubu's son. Sheyi Tinubu's son. He will work as hard as possible to make sure that Igbo boys follow him. The people that will follow him are not more than 6. Let me name them. Zenko, Obi Cubana, Cubana Chief Priest, Emeka Okonkwo, T-Billion, 5 of them. And that tells the Nupo 6. The entire Igbos are against anti-Igboist campaign to vote for Tinubu in the southeastern Nigeria. The only thing Tinubu could do right now is to set free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the greatest, largest agitation group in the world.